Do these 6 things if someone insults you. Have you ever been insulted by someone, maybe a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger, and found yourself replaying their words over and over in your mind? Maybe you smiled on the outside but felt hurt inside. Or maybe you reacted instantly and later regretted it. We've all been there, and those moments can linger far longer than we expect. But here's something most people never realize. How you respond to an insult reveals far more about your emotional intelligence, your self-worth, and your inner peace than the insult itself. So today, we'll explore 6 psychology-based things you should do when someone insults you. Actions that not only protect your peace, but also strengthen your mind and confidence. This isn't about being passive or weak. It's about responding with awareness, from a place of strength and self-control. Because when you understand the psychology behind why people insult and how your brain interprets it, you gain the power to stay calm, even in emotionally charged moments. Let's dive in. First, pause before you react. The moment you're insulted, your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, activates. It's the same area that reacts when you feel attacked or threatened. That's why insults sting. They trigger a primal emotional response. You might feel anger, shame, or the urge to defend yourself. But reacting immediately gives power to the person who insulted you. It tells them they succeeded in getting a reaction. Psychologists call this amygdala hijacking, when your emotional brain takes over before your logical brain can step in. So, pause. Take a breath. That single pause, even if it's just 2 seconds, allows your prefrontal cortex, the rational, thinking part of your brain, to regain control. You don't have to respond right away. The silence itself can be powerful. It communicates composure, confidence, and self-respect. Remember this: the calmer you stay, the more control you have. Second, understand the psychology behind the insult. Here's the truth: insults are rarely about you. Psychologically, people insult others as a form of projection, a way to release their own insecurities, frustrations, or feelings of inferiority. When someone feels powerless or overlooked, they may use insults to momentarily feel superior or to provoke a reaction. It's their way of reclaiming emotional control. It's not maturity, it's defense. Research in social psychology shows that people who frequently insult others tend to have lower self-esteem, higher aggression, and unresolved internal conflict. So instead of internalizing their words, try to see them as a reflection of their emotional state, not your worth. When you shift your perspective from "why did they say that about me?" to "what does this say about them?" the insult loses its emotional weight. You reclaim your power by not letting their projection become your identity. Third, don't try to win. Try to stay grounded. The natural instinct after being insulted is to defend yourself or fire back, to win the exchange. But here's the paradox. Engaging in a battle of words often validates the insulter's goal. They wanted your attention. They wanted to pull you into their emotional storm. Psychologically, this is called emotional contagion, when another person's emotional state transfers to you. If they're angry and you respond with anger, you've caught their emotion. Grounding yourself means anchoring to your values, not their energy. Remind yourself, I know who I am. Their words don't define me. Even small grounding actions, like feeling your feet on the floor, keeping your tone steady, or maintaining slow breathing, tell your brain, I am safe, I am in control. You don't have to prove your worth through argument. Silence and composure often speak louder than any defense. Fourth, use emotional detachment as a shield. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you choose what deserves your emotional energy. Psychologists refer to this as cognitive reframing, shifting how you interpret a situation to reduce its emotional impact. Instead of thinking, they insulted me because I'm weak or unworthy, reframe it as, they insulted me because they needed to feel strong for a moment. This small shift changes everything. It turns an attack into a case study of human behavior rather than a personal wound. When you detach, you start observing rather than absorbing. You might even begin to notice patterns. Who insults most often, in what situations, and why? Over time, this builds what psychologists call resilient detachment, the ability to stay emotionally steady even in emotionally chaotic environments. And that's true strength, being unshaken by someone else's turbulence. Fifth, respond, don't react. Sometimes silence is enough, but if a response is needed, for example, in a workplace or family setting, the goal is to respond with emotional intelligence. You might say calmly, "I didn't appreciate that comment," or "That sounded disrespectful. Could we keep this conversation constructive?" Notice the difference. You're not matching their hostility. You're setting a boundary. From a psychological standpoint, this is called assertive communication. It's the balance between passivity and aggression. Assertive people don't suppress their feelings, but they also don't let emotions hijack their words. They express their truth calmly, clearly, and respectfully. This communicates self-respect and maturity, and often diffuses the situation because the insulter realizes they can't manipulate your emotions. Sixth, reflect, don't ruminate. After an insult, your brain might replay the scene again and again. You might think of what you should have said, or feel lingering anger or embarrassment. That's normal. It's your mind trying to process a social wound. But here's where psychology gives us a better route: reflection instead of rumination. Rumination traps you in emotional loops. Reflection helps you extract meaning. Ask yourself, what emotion did I feel most strongly? Anger, shame, sadness. Why did it affect me that way? What can I learn about myself from this reaction? These questions shift your focus from their behavior to your growth. That's how insults stop being emotional scars and start becoming emotional lessons. Every insult, in a strange way, gives you a chance to see how deeply you know yourself and how much of your peace depends on others' approval. Now here's something powerful to remember. No matter how confident someone looks, everyone has moments where words hurt. We're human. We want to be seen, respected, and valued. But self-worth isn't built from how others treat you. It's built from how you treat yourself after others fail to. When you choose calm over chaos, understanding over reaction, reflection over resentment, you don't just protect your peace, you evolve emotionally. So the next time someone insults you, don't see it as an attack to fight back against. See it as an opportunity to demonstrate mastery over your emotions, to show that no one else has the power to decide how you feel about yourself. If this message resonated with you, remember, your emotional intelligence is your armor. And if you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might need this reminder today, and subscribe to the channel to keep growing together. You never know whose day you might brighten with something as simple as understanding. Thank you for watching. Stay calm, stay strong, and remember, peace of mind is not found in avoiding conflict, but in mastering your response to it. Until next time, take care of your mind and your heart.